You're watching Good Day OK.
Good morning. Look at that sunrise. Beautiful.
Beauty.
What a way to start off your Tuesday morning here. It is July 9th, 2019. I'd like to wish a
Where
happy...
does the time go?
I know. Happy anniversary to my wife today.
Oh, Chris,
it's our wedding
that's
anniversary.
awesome. Happy anniversary, Amy, and of course, Chris.
Well, thank you. 8 years now.
8 years.
8 years and still going strong. Still
with
kicking.
3 little ones.
So, hey, it's going to be a hot one today. Carlo Falco, it's going to feel like it's over 100 later.
Yeah, definitely. That's why there's the heat advisory in effect from 1 till 8 p.m. for basically the eastern half of Oklahoma, because these temperatures are not going to stay very comfortable for very long. Once that sun does come up over the horizon, it's going to start heating up pretty quickly. So temperatures will be into the 70s for about 2-3 hours or so, and then we're going to get into the low 80s by 10 a.m., near 90 by noon, and into the low to mid 90s for the afternoon. And when you mix in the heat index, it's going to feel even hotter than that. So high temperature for Oklahoma City, 94. This is going to be one of the cooler spots across the state, with that heat index feeling like 105 degrees or more in Oklahoma City. It will be pushing 110 in parts of the state. I'll show you who will be the hottest, or at least feel the hottest, and then one will feel a little bit cooler, and when that humidity starts to drop, coming up in your Storm Watch forecast.
Wow, 110. Aren't you glad it's National Cow Day? A lot of folks wearing their cow costumes at Chick-fil-A. Let's talk about the traffic, though. At least you can have the air conditioning on. We were driving through this really great traffic this morning. Not too many issues, but let's talk about some new construction. Surface repairs going on I-40. This just started yesterday. So 2 lanes will be closed in this little stretch. This is between Meridian right there on the left and Portland Avenue right there on the right on I-40 eastbound. Reduced to 2 lanes. Starts at 7 p.m. tonight, goes until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that continues through Friday. Let's take a live look right now outside. It looks like a steer clear traffic tracker. Eastbound I-44 near the Lake Hefner Parkway. Traffic, as I was saying, is looking pretty good right now. You never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Very good. Thank you, Wayne. Well, breaking overnight, a woman is in critical condition right now after being hit by a car. Oklahoma City police say she was walking in the middle of the road on Northwest 39th and Ann Arbor around 2:40 this morning. A person driving down the road hit the woman, spinning the car the other way. The driver called police and did stay on the scene. Police say the woman was crossing the street with a tire in her hand when the accident happened. Stay with Good Day OK for updates.
Just in this morning, Democrats aren't just trying to regain control of the Senate in 2020. They're looking to take out the head of the pack as well. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell now has a Democratic challenger in the 2020 race in the form of retired Marine Lieutenant Colonel Amy McGrath. Now, that name might sound familiar. She ran a pretty successful campaign in the 2018 midterms, losing to Congressman Andy Barr by just 3 percentage points. You can see McGrath releasing this video on Twitter just a little bit ago. Her fundraising prowess is huge, and that's why Democrats really called to her, but she faces a pretty uphill battle. McConnell, one of the most entrenched politicians in Washington, D.C. He also has President Trump's support in a state where the president remains popular, and Kentucky has not sent a Democrat to the Senate since 1992. But McGrath now in the race as Democrats look to take out McConnell.
Thanks, Dan. 6:33 to a developing story now. The state's ongoing lawsuit against opioid makers will continue. Cleveland County Judge Thad Balkman denied a motion from Johnson & Johnson yesterday, asking him to end the lawsuit and rule in their favor. The defendants filed that motion last week after the state rested its case. Company lawyers argue the state's case is an inappropriate use of the public nuisance claim, which is typically reserved for disputes over property. The state claims the company helped fuel the opioid crisis in Oklahoma with an aggressive marketing campaign.
This upcoming school year, every school in the Lawton Public School District will have at least 1 police officer stationed at it every day. Right now, there are 11 cadets going through the LPS Academy. When finished, this will allow them to ensure that on any given day, there is always at least 1 officer at every school in case of an emergency. One trainer explains what all the officers will be learning.
They're going to learn report writing, they're going to learn defensive tactics, they're going to learn some about tactical driving, they're going to learn ethics, they're going to learn all kinds of things. They're going to learn some criminal investigation stuff, pretty much anything that you can think of that would pertain to law enforcement, they will learn in this few short weeks.
In addition to the 11 LPS cadets, there are also cadets from Medicine Park and Tipton going through the academy who will be able to take their CLEAT certifications back to their respective police departments.
In your political news this morning, as we take a look at the White House here, we'll soon know the answer to a question about a question, a citizenship question to be exact, and the battle over whether or not to have it on the upcoming census. John Lawrence reports.
President Trump's quest for a question is picking up steam. The president wants the 2020 census to ask whether responders are U.S. citizens, and his next move is expected soon.
I think over the next day or two, you'll see what approach we're taking. I think it does provide a pathway for getting the question on the census.
The Attorney General has said that an executive order is one possibility under consideration. President Trump has said that a memorandum is another.
We're thinking about doing that. It's one of the ways. We have 4 or 5 ways we can do it.
The Supreme Court recently ruled against having the question on the upcoming census, saying the administration had not provided a strong enough reason to include it.
Any move to issue an executive order or something along those lines to put that citizenship question back on the census, in my opinion, would be unconstitutional.
A citizenship question hasn't been on the census since 1950. Critics say having it may scare non-citizens from filling out the form, causing an inaccurate population count.
This is about keeping, make America, this hat, make America white again. They want to make sure that certain people are counted. It's really disgraceful.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The census is a once-a-decade form that goes out to help the government set up voting boundaries and funding for government programs.
New this morning, the city of Luther now has a new bank. The Luther Register reporting a new bank first held its grand opening yesterday. It is located off of Danforth near Indian Meridian. This new bank coming after the bank moved from its longtime location on Main Street. A new feature at the bank is the ATM and drive-through service. The town of Luther is expected to move Town Hall into the former bank space.
Well, after years of study and debate, you'll soon see progress on a new development in Stillwater. The Stillwater News Press reporting that Block 34 is expected to be open for business in time for the holidays. The vacant lot is located near 8th Avenue and Duck Street. It's owned by the city of Stillwater. Discussions on what to do with it have been going on since 2012. A plan is set to tear down the unused alleyways, work on drainage problems, and level the ground. Construction of this block will cost about $450,000.
Well, here's a live look at the Oklahoma Highway Patrol's Facebook page. They had a busy day in Payne County as they pulled 2 cars from different bodies of water. This 2012 Subaru Impreza was pulled from Cushing Lake. Police say the car was stolen and ditched there. The other car pulled was also stolen. The Chevy Tahoe was pulled out of the Stillwater Creek Reservoir. It had been missing since January.
We've got your back with a new way to get a copy of your car's registration. You can now get a copy of it online for free. The process takes about 5 minutes. You'll need your plate number and VIN to complete it. A new law requires you to have it in your car at all times, your registration that is. Previously, you had to pay for a copy at the tag agency. July is the Salvation Army's Home Energy Aid Month. Participating utility companies will match donations sent in. Those will be used to help pay utility bills for those in need. If you need help, you can go to the Woodward Salvation Army office on Santa Fe and Woodward. If you want to donate, you can mail it to the address on your screen. The money is used within 6 counties that are covered locally. Get your news on the go with the KOKH News app. You can get weather, traffic, breaking news alerts, stream our newscasts. It's all on there. Just go to wherever you get your apps and download it for free.
Our next weather maker is here. It's the high pressure system, which is going to continue to bring us the mostly clear skies and then also the heat. It's coming in from the southeast, which is going to bring that humidity as well and just bake us. It's also going to steam us because it's going to be very steamy outside. Heat advisories in effect between 1 and 8 p.m. This is because the heat index is going to be very high. So our actual high temperature should be about 94 to maybe 101 degrees, especially in southwestern Oklahoma. But just to make sure that it felt even hotter. We added some humidity, and that's why it's going to feel like 105 to 110 degrees through this afternoon, thus the heat index, or the heat advisory. So Bricktown Beach, it's going to be a hot one for today. That heat advisory in effect through the afternoon, so bring some extra water if you are going to be doing anything outside. We'll talk about the relief, which is coming in the form of a cold front in your Storm Watch forecast.
Well, like a Casino steer clear traffic update. Good morning, folks. Traffic still looking pretty great across the metro. We are seeing a couple yellows here and there, but still not too bad. Let's take a look at some construction. Bridge rehab project. This is a new one, of course. There is that widening project in this area as well. I-44 westbound with this project reduced to 2 lanes. That's from US 77 to Western Avenue. That is through Tuesday, July 23rd. That's going to be a daily project that's going to be constant, and you're going to see that just about every day again until the end of this month. All right, let's take a live look outside right now. Lake Stark Casino steer clear traffic tracker eastbound Kilpatrick Turnpike near Western. Traffic again looking really great this morning as the sun is going up. You never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Thanks, Wayne. 6:41. You may be wondering when it's a good time to teach your baby to swim.
Well, we've got your back. Why getting your baby comfortable in the water at a young age teaches them life-saving skills. And a live look over Harkins Theater in Bricktown. The sun is up and it is shining. It's going to get hot today, folks. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Award-winning investigative journalist Lara Logan joins Fox 25.
My duty, find the truth as I explore the chaos, controversy, and consequences at the southern border.
Lara Logan Investigates, Wednesday at 9 on Fox 25.